I can't lie, at age 46, to still be active, to still be thriving, still throwing punches, it just shows how much of a legend you are.
Left, ready to go again, working with Freddy Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good.
Manny Pacquiao is once again training with the legendary coach Freddy Roach for his 2025 return bout against Mario Barrios. Pacquiao and his camp have been running around Los Angeles, focusing heavily on stamina and staying sharp. The boxing legend is fully committed to making a powerful return to the ring.
All right, let's go.
You see that speed, Ellie?
That's unreal. What, 25 punches in 4 seconds? This pay-per-view is selling 1 million. Yeah. Come on, Ellie. Let's go. Morning, run with Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao's bond with legendary coach Freddy Roach has lasted since the early stages of his boxing career. Their deep respect and teamwork played a vital role in Pacquiao becoming one of boxing's all-time greats. As Manny gears up for his 2025 comeback, he's chosen Roach again. This reunion stirs nostalgia and energy, rekindling a connection behind many epic wins. Their unbreakable bond continues to show the trust and effort in Pacquiao's comeback mission.
Will duplicate a Manny Pacquiao ever again.
Let's talk a little bit about Freddy Roach, because, you know, your relationship has been so definitive. What do you think is the best advice that he ever gave you?
Just focus. Always what your dreams is.
Was that advice that you needed? Was that something that you found difficult to do?
Just focus.
Fans are feeling emotional watching Manny Pacquiao back with Freddy Roach in training. Their reunion takes everyone back to Pacquiao's peak years, sparking memories of his thrilling fights and legendary achievements. Seeing them reunited has ignited excitement and belief that a new legendary moment in boxing may be on the horizon.
Left, ready to go again, working with Freddy Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape, but he is 46 years old, going up against a guy that is more than a decade younger than him in Mario Barrios. Bob Arum, in the same interview, he said that he was worried about Manny Pacquiao. This is a guy that promoted Pacquiao for most of his professional career, not promoting this fight against Barrios, but he said he is concerned for Pacquiao going into this fight. Do you have concerns about Pacquiao going in?
No, I don't have concerns. And look, I can post a video and look good for 10 seconds right now. Just like when Mike Tyson looked like a killer when he was promoting the Jake Paul fight. You writers and you guys with the non-boxing, I need to get those videos out of your head, because they're just clips. Anyone could look good for that long. I can train you to look good for 10 seconds. It'll be pretty hard, but I can train you to look good for 10 seconds on video. So don't worry about that. I look, Bob Arum knows what he's talking about, because it's the legs that's going to get to Pacquiao, not the power, not the explosive speed in front of a heavy bag. But whenever you're in front of an opponent and he's going to be moving around, it's the legs that are going to fail you. They're going to betray you. The power's not going to betray you. That lasts until the very end. His punch resistance, that's not going to betray him, because that never goes. Speed, and it's because you rely on your legs. That's the thing that goes at age. So at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao's not going to have zero legs.
Freddy Roach, one of boxing's most respected coaches, often reflects on first meeting Manny Pacquiao. Back then, Pacquiao was just a small fighter weighing 112 pounds, and many doubted his future. Roach, however, saw something rare in Manny's: power and potential. While others ignored him, Roach noticed his speed, aggression, and resilience, hints of greatness. That early faith would lead to a partnership shaping one of boxing's most iconic careers.
What did you know about Manny?
Nothing. He's a little guy, 112-pound former world champion. He says, well, you want to work out together? I said, yeah, no problem. After one round of mitts with Manny Pacquiao, I says, wow, this kid can fight. He had speed and he had power. And because I asked Pacquiao, did you go to any other gyms before this one? He says, Freddie, I started in New York and I came across the country and I stopped at every gym I could. And everyone else turned me down. I says, what? We started working together. Everything was going really well. He was about to go home, but at that time, Lidwaba was the world champion from South Africa, and his opponent had gotten sick and pulled out of the fight. Manny was the next available opponent.
What are you thinking?
I told all the top-ranked employees, bet on Pacquiao, he's 60-1. I mean, you can't get a better odds than this. And they said, Freddie, your guy's gonna get killed. I said, what are you, crazy? I said, this kid is special.
I frankly had never heard of him, but I've seen and heard of him now.
Now, after years of success and some time away, Manny Pacquiao has reunited with Freddy Roach to train for Mario Barrios in 2025. Training clips show Pacquiao and his team hard at work on endurance, quickness, and precision. Their sessions involve road work through LA and sharp drills under Roach's eye. This training camp reflects not just a physical push, but also an emotional resurgence as Pacquiao aims to show he's still got it. Observers and fans are amazed by Pacquiao's recent training footage. Even at age 46, he's showing flashes of his old speed and power, impressive for a sport as tough as boxing. Some even compare this to George Foreman's late comeback when the aging former champ stunned everyone. The mix of nostalgia and belief fuels hope that Pacquiao may deliver another unforgettable fight, showing his heart and skill remain strong.
Manny Pacquiao is back at training with Freddy Roach. This is crazy to think about it. Manny Pacquiao is coming back at age 46 to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC World Welterweight title. Listen, this is inspirational. I can't lie. At age 46, to still be active, to still be thriving, still throwing punches, it just shows how much of a legend you are, how great of a talent you are. Only a special kind of human can take on this challenge. You know, Manny Pacquiao, age 46, he takes on Mario Barrios, who is in his prime. Like, this could be devastating for Manny Pacquiao if shit goes left. But you know what I keep asking myself? Imagine if Manny Pacquiao actually comes back and beats Mario Barrios. That's crazy. It's happened in the past before. Bernard Hopkins, George Foreman, they've come back in their older ages and they've become world champions. It can happen, it's possible. But I mean, listen, if we're going to talk about skill sets, Manny Pacquiao is a better technical boxer than George Foreman. Manny Pacquiao is a better technical boxer than a Bernard Hopkins. So it's not impossible if you think about it. Manny Pacquiao has got a better chance at becoming the world champion at 46 than Bernard Hopkins or George Foreman did. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's possible. Listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. Why not? Live your dream. Do you know what I'm saying? It don't matter what age you are. Live your fucking dream. Let's fucking have it.
One of the most meaningful parts of Pacquiao's return is his pursuit of the WBC welterweight belt, the same title that first catapulted him to global fame. Starting at flyweight, Pacquiao's career spanned divisions and historic milestones. This fight brings his journey full circle. It's more than a belt. It's about legacy, memories, and ending the story with the same title that launched his legendary career.
Boxing Doctor News told Onto Your Gloves, boxing fans, the rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. We talk about a career comeback, but can the PacMan turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Even with all the high-energy training videos, experienced boxing analysts remain cautious. They remind fans that great workouts don't always translate to actual ring success. There are still concerns about whether Pacquiao has the reflexes to dodge counters, take punishment across several rounds, and sustain enough energy for a full bout.
This is a bad idea. Out of nowhere, the WBC decides they want their welterweight champion, Mario Barrios, to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. About 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said, hells yeah, if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But Manny's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021, and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. And again, I think people will look at this and go, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and yeah, that happened. And I also said that Mike was going to get really badly hurt, and it was a terrible idea for him to do that. There were some health issues and everything else. Luckily, Mike didn't get super hurt in the fight, but this is a world championship level fight against a sitting world champion, and Manny does not belong in there. And again, I'm worried that he's going to get hurt badly.
Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, has emphasized the symbolic meaning behind choosing Mario Barrios. Barrios holds the current WBC belt, the same organization that gave Pacquiao his first title. The matchup means more than rankings or payday. It's a symbolic close to Pacquiao's career. Whether he wins or not, the emotional meaning of reclaiming an old crown deepens the story.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28th in Japan. So, you don't want to really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios. We've talked about Conor Benn, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England. We could have done it in the U.S. We could have done it in a rehot season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC world champion. Manny's first belt ever many years ago was a WBC belt. So I think it would have been a great story and a very winnable fight for Manny.
Boxing expert Teddy Atlas analyzed Barrios' physical size and background, noting he came up in weight rather than being a natural welterweight. This means Barrios' size advantage may be more illusion than fact. That could even out the matchup. Atlas believes the bout might be closer than expected, making it a more thrilling and even showdown than fans originally thought.
Not naturally as big a man as those other welterweights. So start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios. So he's not a naturally big natural welterweight. And of course we understand Pacquiao has moved up. My God, I don't even know when he first turned pro. You would have thought maybe he could have been a jockey.
Yeah,
I mean he was
180 pounds, right?
Yeah, jockeys are about 105 pounds, I think, somewhere around that neighborhood. I mean, can you imagine him though going to the whip? He might have killed the horse. That's the only thing. Yeah, you would have had Petter. What is it called? Peter, whatever. Peter. You would have had Peter coming after you. Look what he did to this horse. But look, I love Pacquiao. One of my favorite people. One of my favorite fighters in the whole world. He's moved up from incredible weight. People forget about that. That's why I brought it up. How many weight classes this man has really moved up. Incredible. Just incredible. But now, yeah, Barrios wouldn't be as big as those other guys, but he's still a guy that's confident. He's a guy that's a world champion. He's a guy who throws a lot of punches. He's a guy who's younger, who's active, who I know you can't go by this guy beat this guy, but he could beat that guy, but he could beat this guy, but you can't go by that in my business, in this business, because styles make fights. But you're right. He beat Ugas. You could say Ugas was a little older than when he fought him a little bit than when Pacquiao fought him, and maybe that made a difference, whatever. But he did take a lot of punishment, Pacquiao, in the Ugas fight.
The boxing world is divided over Pacquiao's chances. Some believe in his intelligence, skills, and experience to beat a younger fighter. Others are cautious, aware of how harsh boxing can be on older athletes. Some critics even compare this to spectacle matches like Tyson versus Jake Paul, suggesting this comeback might be more show than sport. The debate shows how emotional Pacquiao's return has become.
Podcast or his network, his YouTube show.
1 second. Do you have? So you got Manny winning?
Yes.
You got Manny winning?
No, against Barrios.
Yeah.
No, I think look, every great fighter got one great fight left in him. That had to be Thurman and Manny. I think Manny seems to want to. Manny appears to be like how Bernard and Roy were. Like he's really one of those great old school fighters where he's got to go out on his shield.
Yeah.
Going out on your shield used to not mean just in any given fight. It used to mean that's how they went out, period, fighters. And Manny's like that.
I do not want to see.
It's really hard to see Manny Pacquiao losing to Mario Barrios because of who they are. But who they are now, you know?
Sean, I do not want to see like Manny on the knee, mouthpiece out. That's going to hurt me.
Kevin McBride, Mike
That's going to hurt me.
Though Pacquiao says he's remained active for years, skeptics doubt he's fully ready for a hungry, tough champion like Barrios. Critics argue time out of the ring weakens sharpness, regardless of gym work. Real fights offer experience and timing that training simply can't copy. That uncertainty adds another layer of risk heading into the clash.
A bite, a overhand right. Stop it! Welcome to K9 Boxing. And it's yours truly, Cornelius K9 Bundridge, the oldest world champion in junior history. And Manny Pacquiao is looking to step back in the ring, y'all, against Mario Barrios, July the 19th. If I'm not mistaken, it's July 19th. And I give Manny Pacquiao a good chance at winning. Because, you know, a lot of people say, well, he's been inactive, he's older. Man, but he throw punches. He has a lot of experience. And his last fight was an exhibition, which still was a fight and still kept him sharp, punching, doing something. So it ain't like he just ain't been in the ring, ain't did nothing. Yeah, he been working. It's like them underground boxing matches are real fights. And it keep you off bold. You know, Emmanuel Stewart used to do a lot of exhibitions for his guys, to get them sharp, to get them prepared for a fight. If they hadn't fought in a minute, just to have them fight sharp. What up, Keith? Yeah, just to have them fight sharp. So if they got in the ring and they hadn't fought in a minute, it won't seem like it. It'd be like it seemed like they just recently fought. Yeah, so you know, it's a lot of stuff you can do to make yourself relevant, sharp, can have you right, ready for a fight. Yeah. My young dogs, Kevin, Kyrie, and Tadell, you know, the Hawk, the dogs, they fought to a draw.
Famed trainer Robert Garcia respects Pacquiao's legacy, but voices concern about aging athletes' physical struggles. He warns that time can betray even the best, especially against younger, stronger fighters. Still, Pacquiao's passion for boxing is clear. He believes fighters must excite fans, giving them moments to remember. His mindset shows it's not just about winning, it's about joy and inspiration.
Hit a lick, you know what I mean? But Pacquiao not Pacquiao no more. It's tough to go against him in this situation because if it was some years ago, Pacquiao would beat Barrios. But right now, Barrios, with his momentum, might run and beat Pacquiao up. I mean, not knock him out, but you know what I mean, beat him on the cards, beat him behind that jab.
Similar to like Ugas, the Ugas fight?
Yeah, like on. It's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang. So, I mean, why not? If he could make it happen, make it happen. Because I would love if Barrios was my fighter, I would love to have a Pacquiao on the record. I mean, I would love something like that. And that's a fight you know you got to get ready for.
It's a fight that boxing fans want to criticize you for.
Yeah.
But the reality is Manny Pacquiao has a diehard fan base that you're going to make money with that fight.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to see other fights at 47. You Stanionis, you Boobs, you Brian Norman.
Yeah, but he want to steal as much as he can steal. You know what I mean? Because again, this shit is not forever. Just like anything else, it's going to end. So you want to make some money and you want to do great things.
Promoter Ben Shalom takes a measured stance, mixing enthusiasm with concern. He sees the financial draw of a legendary comeback fight, especially one involving Pacquiao, who still commands global attention. Yet Shalom also stresses the need to protect older fighters no longer in their prime. From a business view, Pacquiao's return is smart. His fame ensures strong sales. Facing a young star like Barrios builds hype and income. His 2025 fight blends legacy, dreams, and ambition.
Thank you to Manny Pacquiao. Unbelievable career that we may never have a career like that again. I want you to take with you when it comes to Manny Pacquiao is moments. By taking themselves out of a comfort zone, challenging themselves. And Manny Pacquiao is a dinosaur when it last of a dying breed. We're not going to see too many fighters like this ever again. And Pacquiao is going to be the type of fighter that we tell our kids about. Pacquiao has 20 wins, greater than some of your favorite fighters' best win. Manny Pacquiao has 3 Hall of Fame careers in one, winning legit titles in 8 different weight classes. Pacquiao's legacy will age better and better and better. Times go on and on and on. A fighter like Floyd Mayweather, I think his legacy will diminish a little bit. Salute to Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest of all time.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned.